and welcome to the first MSL game at Balladura. We've got West Coast Cobras versus Perth Pumas in what should be a blockbuster game with both teams wanting to play that pretty futsal. For the West Coast Cobras, we've got Coach John Goodlich, Marco Florenka, number 8, number 22, Lockie Ryan, number 4, Jake Pizzuto. We have McPherson, number 2, Diego Florenka. Ball with Ross. Pizzuto, back to Ross, back to Pizzuto. Heavy press for Gordon. Brown wins. Gordon, can Brown finish? Good save. Ball just not dictated as up to quality, and it wasn't saved by Robles, sorry, it was out of play. So we're just waiting for referees to sort out the balls. There we go through the team sheets. Number 19, Marja Hell. Number 8, Gordon Tiong. Number 31, Johnny Pham. Number 25, Rama Elliott. Number 21, Matthew Stephenson. Number 7, Kevin Pincelli. Number 36, Rory Wilkinson. Number 44, Owen Brown. Number 10, Tony Elmachuk. And number 1, Mark Bentley. An early finish there for Jahel. Cobras losing the ball and just couldn't get that ball to target as Florenka getting pressed. Ross giving to Ryan and just running out of play. Just continuing through that team list. Number 66, Ryan Ellison. Number 1, Thomas Robles. Number 9, Luke Ross. Number 22, Lockie Ryan. Number 11, Flynn Nolan. Number 4, Jake Pizzuto. Number 6, Diego Florenka. Number 2, Zephyr McPherson. And number 8, Marco Florenka. Florenka given to Pizzuto. Gives it down the line to Ryan, who dummies it, but Florenka not in the same wavelength. Pincelli, Brown, giving to Jahel. Trying to turn, and Florenka wins it back, giving it back to Ryan. Ryan getting pressed, giving to Pizzuto. Pizzuto's under pressure. Jahel with the heavy pressure and winning himself a goalkeeper ball. Robles giving wide to Ross. Down, flick down line. Ryan! Early shot and just wide. Cobra's best attacking play so far. Ball short with Tiong, given to Pincelli. Brown out wide, just clearing lines and just can't get it to touch. Ball with Robles, feeding Pizzuto. Man on as Florenka goes down the line against Pincelli. Does beat him physically, gives it back to Ryan. Now with Pizzuto. Gives it to Florenka, missed controls as Pincelli wins it back. Trying to feed Brown, feeds Brown. Tense futsal here. Jahel driving down the line, trying to take on Florenka and missed touch as he gets double teams and just hitting it out. Ross just slowing the game down. Feeding Ryan as Tiong wins the ball. Brown pressing and Pizzuto getting a shot off but blocked. Pizzuto on the corner. Feeding down line to Florenka. Giving it to Ross. Back to Pizzuto. Ball to Ross. Tries to give it back and Guantiong winning it and coming off Florenka. Pincelli checking off for Stephenson. On the ball now. Tiong getting pressed and trying to feed the ball down the line. Florenka on the ball now. Feeds Pizzuto. getting pressed as a good block there from Pizzuto, giving space and time for Ross in the middle. Florenka feeding Ryan. Florenka on the ball now out the left flank. Trying to feed the ball to Ross, instead hits the backside of Stephenson and out. Ross on the ball now. Feeds Pizzuto. Pizzuto pivoting and feeding Ryan. Ryan touch, gives it back to Pizzuto. Can he finish? Goes around the keeper. Feeds it back. Ryan with a shot and wide. Good play there from the Cobras and just not finishing it in the back of the net. Two really good attacking opportunities so far. Heavy press from the Cobras, winning themselves a side ball. Ross feeding Pizzuto. Feeding back to Ross. Ross trying to hit that pass and instead hitting it out as first minutes for Rama Elliott. Ross to Ryan. Out wide with Florenka. Feeds Ross. Feeds it to Ryan. In that pivot position, restarting to Ross. Can he finish? Tries to try and cut in. Back roll to Pizzuto. Back rolls again to Ross. Good support here from the Cobras. Ryan. Feeding Ross. Trying to hit forward and save there from the keeper. Brown going for a long shot against Robles. Going to have to be a miraculous shot to beat Robles at that sort of distance. Ross on the ball now. Feeding Florenka and missed touch. Just seeing it out. Stephenson on the ball now. First minutes for Nolan. Only players on the Cobras not to be substituted yet. Luke Ross and Jake Pizzuto. Robles feeding Ross. Nolan under heavy pressure. Giving back to Ross. Back rolls to Pizzuto. Back to Ross. Pizzuto asking for it. Tries to open up. Hits Florenka. Florenka tries to return it. Does. Out to Nolan. Back to Pizzuto. Tries to feed a target and can't as Robles comes out of his goals. Restarting play to Nolan. Diego Florenka back on the court. Ross given to Nolan. Given to Diego Florenka. Sizing up his opponent. Given back to Marco Florenka. Back to Diego Florenka. Trying to feed Marco Florenka in full stretch. Can't find it through. Johnny Pham checking on for Owen Brown. They've always done a full substitution for the Pumas apart from Gordon Tiong. Heavy pressure as they decide to go long. Johnny Pham, can he control it? Florenka almost picking his pocket. Stephenson, ball down the line and running out of real estate. Nolan to Ross in the middle. Ross feeding Florenka, going down the line, beats past the first player and foul from Johnny Pham. Wilkinson checking on for his first minutes of the game. A lot of substitutions from the Perth Pumas early. We've seen about 6 or 7 rotations for West Coast Cobras. Have only had 3 at the moment as McPherson is looking to go on soon. Nolan on the ball now. Feeding Ross. Back to Nolan, shoots and, well, high and wide. As a goalkeeper ball. Going long. Ross losing interception as Wilkinson hits it out. McPherson on for Marco Florenka. Nolan down the line, beats past Tiong. Can't beat the second though as Pham just sees it out. Ball going long, finds Wilkinson. Given to Elliott. Pham Back post beckoning. Wilkinson just not quick enough to get on the end of that one. Good attacking opportunity from the Perth Pumas. They've had 2 so far, which they've scored from it. Pizzuto, Nolan. Pizzuto and danger is that'll be a handball. Pizzuto on the ball now, driving through the middle, feeding Nolan. Out wide with Florenka. Feeds McPherson, heavy touch. Does keep possession though. Pizzuto, dangerous. Tiong. Shot from Elliott and blocked by Tiong. Nolan feeds Pizzuto. Florenka, 1-on-1 against Pham. Feeding Pizzuto. Feeds Nolan. Pizzuto. Nolan. Ball over the top and Elliott clears his lines. Ball with Pizzuto. Feeds Florenka. Tries to feed it down line. Feeds McPherson. Turns and can't finish. Gets the second attempt and just can't get it. West Coast Cobras doing a very heavy press as the Pumas go to that 3-1, similar to the Cobras. Ball down the line and Nolan able to just see it out. Robles feeding Florenka. Nolan. Pizzuto. Florenka. Switching ball to Nolan. Can he finish? Back post and good save there. Tiong now on the break. 3-2. Tiong. McPherson's tracking well and probably used all of his energy for that one as he sets back down. Florenka foul on Elliott. Elliott on the ball now. Elliott shoots and well high and wide. McPherson after that big run coming off. Ellison back on the court. Feeds Pizzuto. Feeding Ryan. Ryan able to turn. Can he finish? Good save there. Given as a foul by one referee and a rolling by the other. Given to Ross. Ross shoots and deflected by Elliott. Jahel checking off quickly for Elliott. Ellison feeding Ross. Ross cross court to Pizzuto. Feeding that ball to Ryan. Back to Ross. Trying to feed Ryan and Ryan letting it out. Pizzuto. Ryan. Getting pressed by Jahel and just winning himself a side ball for his efforts, Ryan. Feeding Ross. Back to Pizzuto. Back to Ross. Ball through, trying to hit Ryan and can't as goes back to Wilkinson. Getting pressured now, Wilkinson. Gives it to Jahel and a mishitted pass just sees it out. Pizzuto feeding Ross. Shoots and seen out by the Pumas. Pizzuto. Ross. Pizzuto, Ross feeds the Pumas instead as Jahel fouled by Ryan. Wilkinson checking off for Omilchuk and Brown. Omilchuk, Pincelli, Jahel, 1-on-1 against Ross. Cutting in, Ross covering well. Omilchuk on the ball now. Jahel, Pincelli, Jahel, Ross, just deflecting. Jahel, Pincelli trying to beat past Ross. Jahel wins it, shoots, feeds back Pincelli. Ellison well recovered. Pincelli feeding Jahel, shoots and well covered by Ross as he hits the top ceiling. Pincelli feeding into the mixer and Ryan just clearing his lines, spills back. Ellison, Ryan, Ross able to drive, 1-on-1 against Pincelli, goes down the line, toe poke and good save. Ross feeding Pizzuto at the back post and can't sit in the back of the net. Going for a bit of 2-2 action here, the Pumas. Finn Jahel, Selly, Ross winning the deflection. Ball going long and Jahel, Ross clearing his lines. Good ball from Jahel, but Ross had it covered. Florinka back on the court. Giving to Amelchuk, shoots and well high and wide. Robles going long, can't find the ball to Ryan. Given to Amelchuk who sees it out. Florinka on again, so we have the Diego and Marco Florinka brother link up. And wide to Ross. Under pressure, gives it to Nolan. Going to give that back roll and just running out of real estate, Luke Ross. Tiong. On the ball now. Side ball as Tiong takes too long. Ross. Given to Florinka. Misplaced ball, but somehow finds Marco Florinka who just sees it out. Given to Brown who flips it down the line from Amelchuk, and a timeout card being submitted early from coach John Gulich. As we will see you after this quick ad break. Play restarted as we have Florinka trying to feed Nolan, holding up well and giving us a foul. Free kick to the West Coast Cobras. Ball with Nolan, shoots and gets himself a corner. Ball with Florenka. Feeding Nolan. Ross lines up for the shot and Stephenson seeing it out. 7 minutes 40 left of the half. Florenka going over the top to Nolan. Getting pressed, feeding Ross and out. Stephenson on the ball now. Florenka deflecting as it feeds Diego Florenka back to Marco Florenka out wide. Now dribbling into the middle, getting pressured. Ross, quick ball to Nolan. Giving a ball to Diego Florenka. Misplaced pass to Marco Florenka in the air. Stephenson on the ball now, goes down the line, Tiong. Ball was rolling. Pizzuto checking on as Ross checks off. Pizzuto on the ball now. Giving ball to Robles as he takes an aggressive touch, feeding Nolan. Now with Florenka, back to Pizzuto. Florenka, Brown wins it! Good save, Robles. Nolan feeding McPherson. McPherson turns, can he finish? McPherson with a shot and good save. 2-on-2. Brown. You see the end-to-end action, how quickly it can change in futsal. Two beautiful saves from both keepers as Jahel checks back on the court for the Pumas, the main man. Elliott feeding Tiong. Trying to feed the ball from the middle and McPherson just handballing. Jahel standing over this one. We know he's got a lethal shot. Jahel lines up and well wide. Robles going long, can't beat past Jahel though as McPherson is scrambling back. Robles feeding Florenka, ball down the line, feeds McPherson, controls it. Elliott standing off him, Pizzuto driving through the middle. As now it's Tiong versus Robles, Robles clearing the lines. Dangerous. Dangerous game being played by the Pumas. Trying to feed Jahel, and Jahel almost picking off Florenka. Florenka winning it though is dictated as a foul. Ellison checking back on the court. Lots of checks against Brown. Florenka hang on it for too long. Tiong around Florenka. Pizzuto with a crucial challenge. Florenka getting pressed. Tiong back up. Can't finish. Florenka checking off for Ross. Robles going long. McPherson trying to receive the ball on Ross. So Ellison unable to win it. Now Ross driving. Chucks in and a late challenge. Tiong with a late challenge. Five fouls for the Pumas. 6 minutes left. A long time for the Cobras to exploit. One more foul will be a 10-meter penalty, and you'd bet your house on Luke Ross scoring them. McPherson. A lot of space afforded by Tiong. We'll see if it ultimately goes to bite him. Ross shooting, feeding, or trying to feed McPherson. McPherson winning, trying to take on Jahel. Ellison. Trying to pressure and Robles just clearing lines. Robles out of his goal. Jahel. Robles, good save. It's been a tale of goalkeepers tonight and definitely continuing. Pincelli goes for a swing and a miss. Does turn Pizzuto though, but not enough real estate to do anything effective with it. Ross going long, feeding Ryan, first time volley and wide. Out wide to Pincelli, ball down the line, and Jahel might be Usain Bolt, but can't get on the end of that one. Pizzuto feeding Ross. Ball down the line, hitting Ryan, able to bully Pham where he wants him. Trying to cut in and can't. Johnny Pham and Roy Wilkinson versus the world, and Ellison winning it. Ryan. Good footwork as always, Pizzuto. Ellison, heavy pressure, feeding Ryan. Back to Ross. Pizzuto. Trying to feed Ross, and Ross leaving it for Ryan. Now it's 3-on-2. Out wide to Wilkinson, shoots the back post, and Pizzuto intercepting. Wilkinson again, Pizzuto intercepting. Ryan. Wilkinson resetting, Ross on the break, and a shot and a save. Rolling foul against the Cobras as Diego Florenca checks back on the court. Ross feeding Florenca, tries to dummy it instead. Does a little knee touch. Florenca beaten past one. Resign to Ryan, shoots and side netting. Four fouls for the Cobras as the Pumas are on 5. Florenca feeding Pizzuto, back to Florenca. Tries to feed it in the middle and can't get past Wilkinson. Wilkinson driving, Pham. Back to Pincelli, feeds Wilkinson. Can he give it back to Jahel? Good touch from Florenca. Good save. And a better save there from the keeper, one and one against Lockie Ryan, and you think that you get a shot off there. Pizzuto. Nolan. Pizzuto. Good shot, Ryan, left foot. Good save. Interesting to see the save statistics at this point. Ryan feeding Pizzuto. Florenca. Jahel. Getting Florenca in. Tries to go around the keeper and good save. Wilkinson now the other end and can't place the pass in the court. Pizzuto. Feeding Lockie Ryan. Pizzuto. Giving to Florenca. Feeding Ryan, ball down the line. Florenca, can he finish? Jahel winning the matchup. Florenca trying to feed Nolan, only feeds to Jahel. Nolan, restart play. Pizzuto, late challenge from Jahel.
That's late, that is late.
Dictated as not a foul. We'd love to see that on the replay. Ryan. Nolan. Florenca. Pizzuto. Feeding to Ryan. Tries to cut in. Wilkinson on his feet. Now it's Pincelli driving, and that'll be the 5th. Not dictated as a foul. bench is furious about some calls from the referee so far today. It's an intense game. Amuchuk. Ginny Pham instead feeding Ryan. Nolan. Ryan. Pizzuto. Ryan. Trying to give it back to him. Pizzuto. Sliding and can't keep it in. Pham, Nolan clearing his lines. Now with Omolchuk down the line. Pincelli, good challenge from Ross. Brown back on the court. 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. Brown, Omolchuk back to Pincelli, tries to feed it through, and Robles just seeing that one out. Ball to McPherson. Feeds back to Nolan. Back to Ross. Ball to the middle. Flynn Nolan able to control it as keeper just seeing it out.
Stay high.
Hitting keeper. Ball well out. Ball with Florenka. As Brown presses very heavy. Trying to get down the line. Ross feeding it instead. Pincelli feeds Omolchuk, who just over the bar. You could see that flashing before Robles' eyes. Robles feeding McPherson. McPherson able to beat the second as he restarts. Florenka. Instead given to Pincelli. Can Pincelli control it? Robles could save. Pincelli chips and over the bar. 2 minutes left on the clock. Robles going long. McPherson trying to turn as he does, and that will be the sixth foul. That's a 10-meter penalty for the West Coast Cobras. Be it Ross over this one. Luke Ross standing over this one. You would bet your house on Luke Ross scoring this one. Willie! Good save by the keeper. Ross with power, but ultimately right into the chest. Good ball from Ross down the line. Nolan. Keeper saves it well. Bentley doing exceptional today. Bentley feeding Elliott. Elliott able to turn but can't feed Omolchuk. Ball with Florenka. Robles. Florenka. Nolan. Ball gone long. Hits Elliott instead. Zephyr McPherson working extremely well to get back. Can't win the seconds though. Nice nutmeg by Brown, but controversial opinion here from Ben O'Brien. Nutmegs do almost nothing in futsal. Florenka. Well covered. Trying to feed it back to Ross. Just keeps it in. No, he doesn't. O'Brien calling that one early with the nutmeg, doing absolutely nothing, and comes true there again. Tiong. Ball. Feed over the top and Elliott can't see it through. Florenka now driving, 3-on-2. Feeds the back post. McPherson laying off and Flynn Nolan can't get the shot off. Nolan subbing for Diego Florenka. 1 minute 12 left on the clock. Feeding Ross. Given to Florenko, who pivots well, feeding Florenko, and Almuchuk with the pressure. Now it's back with Ross. Can he finish? Tiong blocks well. Florenko. Back to Florenko. Ross turns well, feeds McPherson, turns himself, and good save there from Bentley. Bentley's been absolutely exceptional. McPherson feeding Florenko, shoots and goes back up to Florenko, holds up well. Of course, one of the strongest men in futsal. Almuchuk seeing it out. Feeding to Ross, shoots and not on target. Lots of shots coming out from the Cobras, but so far Bentley has stood strong. Ball with Bentley. Feeds Brown. Brown, negative touch, but Tiong just going to go long. Does a well-timed ball to Jahel, who, given another 2 meters, would have probably been a beautiful through ball. Ellison back on the court for the Cobras. Florenko, Pizzuto. Now with Ellison out wide, Florenko. Trying to feed that ball to Pizzuto, does, and back post ball to Ryan, just hit too hard. He would have counted on that being 1-1 to the West, well, 1-1 draw, but just not spilling their way. Bentley probably going to go long. Just happy to see this game to the half time on that 1-0. Ellison, Robles, Ellison, Pizzuto. Feeding Ryan. Tries to back roll instead and wins himself a corner. Good block from Ellison, gives it to Florenko. Tries to hit it across the goal and not quite on the same wavelength. Cobras. Brown trying to feed, instead feeds Robles using his head literally, and that'll be half time. We will see you after this quick ad break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Houston, oh my word! What a goal there by Ches Houston. Ross again! What a save, Paul! Jahel with the early shot and pressure is certainly put on early.
Good, Johnny!
Pincelli laying off to Fam and can't. Resetting. All over the top and Ellison just seeing it out. It's going to be a long 15 minutes if there's not another goal scored soon for either side, as both shots are coming out hard and fast. And it'll be a game of goalkeepers. Jahel winning it, going down the line, does beat past Pizzuto. Pizzuto is forced to pull the foul.
That's so much better, yeah, good intent. Good intent. Remember what we said, move around in there, move around in there.
Jahel standing over this one. Probably going to look to hit Fam as he looks at a good angle. Jahel running down the line. Pincelli trying to feed into the mixer, instead gets a side ball. Fam, Jahel, back post, and if Stephenson was switched on, that could have been second goal for the Pumas.
Strong, Johnny.
Ellison, cross court to
That's
Franco.
on him.
Pizzuto, Stephenson wins it, and fine challenge there from Robles, wins it. Ryan feeding Florenka down the line. Florenka's got him for pace, and a good sliding challenge there from Bentley. Florenka feeding Pizzuto. Ryan turns, shoots, and good screen run there from Florenka.
Body shape.
Ryan feeding down the line to Ellison. Cross court, and Stephenson just clearing his lines. It was a dangerous ball though. 15 minutes 12 left on the clock. Ellison feeding Florenka.
Get him.
Driving past, and instead losing to Jahel. Florenka winning it back. Florenka able to peek past two and win himself a side ball. Ross back on as Florenka checks off full Nolan. Feeding Ross. Ross touched in the middle, feeds it to Ryan. Ryan able to turn. Good save, Bentley. Stephenson on the ball now. Feeds the ball to Kevin Pincelli. Down the line, Fam gives it back. Tries to give it back to Pincelli, can't. Ryan looking to turn. Stephenson just clearing his lines.
Steph. Keep going, Pumas. Keep going, boys. Hey, head up. Breathe it out, Steph. Breathe it out.
Jahel. Shot from Pincelli.
Keep moving, though. Keep moving, boys. Keep moving.
Pincelli feeding Pizzuto. Found the shot and deflected off Luke Ross, and successfully clearing his lines, but had him shook for a little minute as he looked back and see if they would end in the back of his net. Robles, good save. No, coming off Brown. Robles going long. This is where Lockie Ryan is dangerous, and Jahel winning the exchange on that occasion. Ball over the top. Ross, can he finish? Back post, and if someone ran, would have been a good goal. Tiong back on the court. Bentley going long, feeding Ryan instead. Nolan shoots and instead shoots into Jahel. Nolan.
Good, Gordo, good. Lucky, Owen, unlucky, that's all right.
Marco Franco back on the court. First minutes of the half. As he probably got a little bit dragged by coach John Goodlich. Franco. Ross's run taking two with him and then not creating just enough space for Franco for a shot. Telly over the top. Jahel. Ball across. Ross. Telly winning. Jahel trying to dribble through two. Can't. Now it's gone back to Florenka. Jahel with the crucial challenge. Bentley going long. Ryan feeding Ross. Ross with the shot. Bentley catching. Jahel going long. One stretch path of Ryan. Can't reach those. Robles just collects. Feeding Ryan. Florenka out wide to Ross as he shoots and Bentley saving well. Ryan off for McPherson. Of course, McPherson just playing for Australia in the AFA Cup. We'll see if he can make it big for his side. He's at that back post. Unmarked at the moment. See if Ross finds him. Feeds Florenka. Reverse ball set by Tiong and Brown fed through Robles. Feeding McPherson. McPherson got time and space to drive. Right boot. Nutmeg off Jahel and if someone's running to the back post, would have been a good opportunity. Jahel down the line. Can't be past Florenka though. But he's going all the way back to his goal and Jahel with the challenge. Pizzuto checking on for Luke Ross. Nolan feeding McPherson and Nolan not with a good enough ball. Amelchuk checking on the court. Brown down the line. Marcelli Tiong turns and can't get a decent shot. Florenka feeding the ball to Robles. Giving back to Florenka. Tries to turn. Tiong with good challenge. Florenka giving to Robles. Ball going long to McPherson. Can he make it one for his team? Instead hits his knee and to Amelchuk. Down to Tiong and can't touch it back to Amelchuk. Ball fed to Florenka. Nolan pivots and getting pressed by Brown. Off the ball foul. Florenka, Nolan, Pizzuto. Pizzuto can't feed the ball. Bentley going long. Amelchuk not able to keep it in off his own header. Rolling foul against the Pumas for the challenge from Brown. Nolan going long and Amelchuk just hitting it to Brown. Amelchuk trying to feed Wilkinson, loses. Amelchuk feeding Brown, given to Wilkinson, good save from Robles. Brown, good save from Robles, double save.
Well done, Owen, great shot, well done, keep it going.
Hey, attack the back post!
Movement!
Amelchuk, good save Robles. McPherson clearing his lines, back to Amelchuk. Can he open up on his boot?
Well done, Tony.
Holding up well, Wilkinson shoots and Nolan going long. Bentley.
You got two timbers.
Ball going long, Amelchuk. Robles doing the job well.
Roy, trying to keep it going, boys. Owen, well done. Rahman has to start, yeah? Owen, next one, yeah?
Ball with Ross. Zudo. Feeding a ball to McPherson. McPherson able to turn, shoots, and good save from Bentley.
Well done, Mark. Right save.
Florenka.
Get down, get.
Ross.
Good, Rory.
Look down the line. McPherson getting finish. Can't beat pass. Elliott, and that's a handball.
Body shape. Face forward on your toes. On your toes. On your toes.
Florenka trying to feed Pizzuto, instead feeds Omulchuk. Side ball. Florenka. Ross shoots and Bentley with a trailing leg. Just saving it.
Come on, boys, come on.
Feeding Florenka. Ross. Out by Elliott.
And again. Come on.
Florenka. Pizzuto. Feeding instead to Brown as he shoots from far, noticing Robles off his goals and not able to challenge Robles. Pizzuto. Push run from Brown. Good one-touch pass from Diego Florenka to Pizzuto. Now with Ross. Trying to feed it back to Pizzuto and can't. McPherson holding up. Resets to Florenka. Pizzuto. Feeding back to Diego Florenka. Back to Jake Pizzuto. Can he finish? Cuts in the middle. Shoots and Elliott setting well. Omulchuk for Jahel. Florenka. Ball over the top, hitting Ross. Volleys and
Watch your back.
corner ball. Ball to Pizzuto. Shoots and
Nice.
Bentley catches. Bentley going long. Hitting Wilkinson. Hits Jahel. 1-on-1. Almost finding the back of the net. Florenka as Ross takes a little bit of a dive. Florenka driving. Ross. Ellison. Trying to go down the line and Wilkinson. Just getting that crucial touch onto Ellison. Stephenson trying to feed ball to Elliott, but can't do it the first time. Stephenson feeding Elliott left foot, and Wilkinson can't get on the end of it.
Rory, next one, yeah?
Ball with Florenka. Robles feeding Ross. Ball down the line, trying to beat. Finds Ryan, but Jahel, crucial challenge as he's now driving. Jahel beats past Ross. Last ditch foul. Elliott on the ball now.
Let's make something out of this.
Feeds Jahel. 1-on-1 against Nolan. Ross covering well. Now to Elliott. Stephenson. Pham. Feeds it back to Ross instead. Ellison on the ball now. Resets to Ross. To Ellison. Touches forward. Back to Ross. Back to Ellison and can't get on the end of it. Bentley trying to feed it to the middle, instead feeds Ryan. Bentley over the top. Trying to feed Elliott and can't. 9 minutes 35 left. Ross feeding Ryan. Foul against Ross. Yellow card for Stephenson.
Rama, next out.
Ball feeding to Ryan. Right foot. Shoots and lashing, but given back to the goalkeeper. Ball with Elliott going long. Feeding Ellison. Ellison able to turn. Goes past line and running out of real estate. Can't get past Jahel. 9 minutes 30 left on the clock. Jahel, not many options.
Go now.
Feeding over the top to Pacelli, but Ross winning
Johnny,
it.
Go, Johnny, go, Johnny.
Lockie Ryan, can he finish? Good slam challenge from Fam.
Johnny boy.
Ellison. Feeding Ryan, shoots and well set from Fam. Ellison on the ball now. Feeding Ryan, open to the right boot and Fam just seeing it out.
On your toes, we're flat-footed, on your toes. You still got to move. On your toes, on your toes.
Double block as it goes to Ross. Shot blocked by Stephenson.
You ready to react? React.
Ellison giving to Ryan. Able to turn, feeds Ross. Giving back to Ryan. Ellison trying to go cross court to Ross instead. Good save Bentley. Deflected off from Jahel and Fam. Dangerous. Pincelli just clearing his lines.
Switch on. Unlucky.
Ellison feeding Nolan, touching a shot and wide. Stephenson checking off for Tiong. Bentley feeding Pincelli. Tiong flick down the line and out. Florenka checking on.
Keep working.
Feeding Ryan. Florenka asking for the ball. Ryan goes himself and Jahel shepherding him out. 8 minutes 48 as the ball's been off for a long time. Mainly due to the amount of shots. Pizzuto. Ryan. Pizzuto. Trying to feed that back post. Fam. Feeding Tiong. Fam. Going long. Can't feed the ball to Tiong.
Good, Gordo.
Getting pressed by Tiong.
Yes, Gordo. Well done.
Good down the line. Fam. Pincelli. Back to Tiong. Fam. Trying to feed Tiong. And apologies as we see a full Asian contingent on the court now for the Perth Pumas. Ryan. Pizzuto. Down the line. Bentley clearing his lines.
Come on, boys. Don't drop.
Pizzuto. Florenka.
Character. Come on.
Pizzuto. Ryan. Pizzuto.
Hustle.
Feeding Florenka but poorly. Nolan. Pizzuto. Florenka. Pizzuto. Feeding Ryan. Ryan able to turn. Feeds Pizzuto. Can he finish? And Bentley with a shot. Jahel now driving. Heavy touch though. Sees it to Nolan. Challenge from Pincelli. Sees it go the way of the Pumas. Jahel feeding over the top. Tiong, can he finish? Robles with a crucial save.
great ball, son. Great ball.
Ball with Brown. Tiong. Pincelli. Jahel. Trying to feed in. Florenka can't work his way back. Now it's Jahel versus the world. Hits the sidebar. Diego Florenka and Zephyr McPherson checking on the court. Marco Florenka able to take a line. Does. Beats past Brown. Can he finish? Beats past the three and go back for the foul. No advantage. As Florenka gets the better of Brown. See if they can make the most of this free kick. Down the line and Pincelli able to clear his lines, feeds Jahel, good touch. Florenka, as Robles is furious, that wasn't called for a handball, but referees went in good positioning to see it as they're both unable to get correct positioning to see that ball. Florenka trying to feed Pizzuto. Pincelli. Timeout by the Pumas. So we'll try and listen into some of the team talks, specifically the West Coast Cobras, as they are the trailing side. Words from John Goodrich are that they've got one timeout left. They're going to use that timeout so the best players can stay on the court. They want to saying they just got to put it past this keeper who is having a very good game. Jahel was just talking about how to defend the fifth man, which he predicts, which looks correctly that John Glitch will go for the 2-3, which seemed to be what they were going for, although a variation of it. 6 minutes, 57 seconds left, as John Goodrich said that they'd go fifth man at 2 minutes left. Brown going long, feeding Wilkinson. Back to Jahel, dispossessed, and Bentley picking that one up easily. Bentley going long. Wilkinson, first time ball over the top and somehow finding Brown. McPherson taking a little slip. Well done, Owen! Tiong with a shot. Well done, Owen. McPherson just clearing the lines. Ball with Jahel. Fed directly out.
Alright, reset now. Win that one back now, Ma. Win that one back. Win that one back, Ma.
Florenka feeding Ross. Down the line, McPherson. Gordon, Tiong challenging well.
Face the ball!
Florenka feeding Ross. He's favoured right. Giving back to Pizzuto. Shoots and well cleared. Wilkinson playing with danger. Feeds Brown. Just clearing his lines as Robles collects. Ross. McPherson Getting the ball back, trying to lay off. Instead, Brown winning it. McPherson winning the seconds. Feeds Flanker. Good staying challenge from Bentley as both were running to the back post and Flanker couldn't find him. 6 minutes left on the clock. Ross with the shot and Bentley saving. Tiong. Showing past one. Feeling the ball for the second. Wilkinson, Pizzuto intercepting. Outright from Ross. Well taken on from Florenka. Fed to the back post. Pizzuto. Good save from Wilkinson. Pizzuto. Feeding Florenka. Trying to feed McPherson and can't. Tiong. Pizzuto. Skipping past two. And a good goal from Florenka. We'll see that on the replay. It was a beautiful play, just faking out on the left, sending Tiong, leaving that free ball for Florenka at the back post, who taps it in. 1-1 is the scoreline. It's taken the Cobras almost the whole game to open it up, and you predict the floodgates will start opening. We will see if the Pumas have a response. They could have been 2 or 3 goals up, and see if it comes to bite them. Ryan against Jahel. Nolan feeding Ryan. Jahel seeing it out. Feeding Pizzuto. Shoots and Bentley just seeing that out. Jahel checking off for Stephenson. Well, Spears got to be careful. They got a couple of players in yellow cards. Stephenson, first time ball to Brown, under pressure. And poor ball from Brown, sees Elliott just touch it out. Ross. Feeding the ball to Pizzuto, but intercepted by Stephenson. Good block from Elliott on right. Overlapping run from Wilkinson. Stephenson. Feeding Brown. Stephenson down the line. Wilkinson pivots. Pizzuto with a double block. Ross going long to Ryan. 1-on-1 against Elliott. Can he turn? Good save from Bentley. Double save from Bentley. Wilkinson wins to Stephenson. Can't finish against Robles. Now with Ross. Pizzuto. Feeding Ryan. Ross on the run and can't quite find the ball. We see Pumas deploy the 2-2 as Brown and Wilkinson go target. Ellison going long, giving it back to Robles. Ross. Pizzuto. Back to Ryan. Fed ball across to Pizzuto, but Elliott intercepting well. Pizzuto. Nolan. Pizzuto. Nolan with a good check. Pizzuto feeds back to Nolan. Tries to feed back to Ross, instead out. Pincelli back in the court for the Pumas. Stephenson. Leaving for Pincelli, plays down the line. Stephenson trying to beat past Ross with no space. Ross feeding Pizzuto. Back to Brown. Pincelli. Pizzuto intercepting. Can he feed Ross? He goes himself. Left foot and Brown with a good challenge. Pizzuto. Ryan. Feeding Ross. Nolan. Pizzuto. Driving. Feeding Ryan. Can he turn? Elliott wins the exchange. Jahel looking to check back on the court. The main man who will probably be the scorer for the Pumas if they end up scoring. Pincelli 1-on-1. There's Pizzuto. Let's go in between. Instead, just makes his way somehow. Tries to do a skill move, but instead Nolan wins it. Shoots and Bentley with a save. Flanker checking on for Nolan and Pizzuto. Three minutes 30 left on the clock. We have to see if they run the risk and go fifth. I'm sure the Cobras won't be happy with a 1-1 draw against bottom six side. Flanker with a shot. Again with a shot as Tiong clears it out. Ross with a shot. Go high and wide. Robles. Just giving it to Bentley to restart play. Bentley going long. Ross winning. Ryan giving back to Ross. Can he finish? Right foot! Across the face of goal, and if it wasn't a deflection off the Pumas, probably would have been in the back of the net. Feeding flanker. Goes and Bentley with the save. Ross checking off for Pizzuto. Pizzuto only getting a quick 30-second break there. But everyone knows who's played with him. He is a workhorse.
On your toes, on your toes!
Flanker. Left from Pizzuto. Now Pizzuto on the ball. Restarts to Diego Flanker. Jake Pizzuto. Line of three. Good steal from Tiong. It's 2-on-1. Tiong running out of space. Flanker feeding Ryan. Diego Flanker. Jake Pizzuto. Back to Lockie Ryan. Given to Diego Flanker. Back to Jake Pizzuto. Back to Marco Flanker. Feeding Diego Flanker. Back to Marco Flanker. Can he finish? And they do! What a team goal from the West Coast Cobras as Flanker feeds Flanker. Beautiful play from the West Coast Cobras. Pincelli, Tiong, getting pressed from Marco Flanker. His confidence comes back in from the Cobras. Perfect Diego Flanker. Marco Flanker, heavy press. Ryan intercepting, could have just left that for Diego Flanker. He would have been through. Pizzuto, Marco Flanker, getting pressed. Handball. Tiong on the ball now. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. We'll see if the Cobras can hang on the pool away. Tiong goes himself and straight into the wall of Marco Flanker.
Boys, hey, heads up, you five in there. Five, heads up, heads
Tiong.
up.
Oh, back post ball from Pincelli. Couldn't find Brown. Just listening to the team talk from George Gulich. They just got 4 players if the Pumas go 5th man, and if they don't go 5th man, they've got 5 players they want to use and a strategy they want to use. I'll be surprised if they do go 5th man, because I haven't seen the 5th man fly keeper come out. Ball is a Cobra's ball. Robles
Go, Pumas, 2 minutes.
going long, feeding Ryan, able to turn. Just looking to restart play though as Jahel cuts the angle. Ball with Bentley, going long. Ross just seeing it out for a corner.
Good idea, Mark. Good idea. Let's go, use 4, hey? Come on. Come on. Finish the game off. Finish the game off.
Pincelli staying with this one, demanding his team set up. Pincelli finny across court and just toe poking it
Come on, Kev.
to the other side.
That was hard ball for him to fucking.
Ball fed to Pizzuto.
Good, Kev. Good,
Getting
Kev.
pressed by Pincelli. Nolan seeing across to Ross. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Ross, Pizzuto. Ball across to Ryan.
Get there, Owen.
Pizzuto is left unmarked. Jahel standing on the ball now. Feeding Tiong. Able to pivot. Jahel. Brown. Ball cross court and high to Pincelli, but ambitious ball by Brown. Pizzuto. Nolan. Ross. Pizzuto. And ball over the top, not finding its target. Ball going long. Tiong. Ross just clearing his lines. Ball long from Ross. Hits Ryan. Ryan able to turn, but Jahel with a double team. Tiong running out of real estate.
Hey, boys, good double team. And again. Come on, let's finish it up. Finish it up. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
Nolan
Finish it up.
on the ball now.
Keep
Feeding
working,
to
keep
Ross.
working, keep working.
Feeding Pizzuto. Feeding Ryan. Trying to give it back to Pizzuto. Turns. Feeds back to Ross. Right boot. Bentley's way off his line. Nolan trying to back roll and instead Rocky Ryan just seeing it out. Back with Jahel in the middle. Feeding Brown. Getting pressed as Ross wins it from Brown. Ross able to turn, shoots, and Bentley with a good save. Back up for Ross as he just sees it out. Good game management there from Ross. Ross feeding Pizzuto. Trying to whip back with Brown.
Well done, Owen.
Foul called by the referees.
Let's make sure.
41 seconds left on the clock. Jahel on the ball now. Feeding Tiong. Getting pressed as Ross wins the sliding challenge. Going long. Brown just touching it out.
Come on, boys. Last 30, last 30. Last 30.
Nolan going long to Ryan. Ryan able to turn and Bentley winning the ball. Tiong, plenty of time and space. 20 seconds. Can he be the hero for the Pumas? Tries to beat past Pizzuto. Getting pressed. Double teamed. Jahel now with the ball. Pincelli as Ross just sees it out. Cobras side ball. Ball with Ross. Feeding. Instead feeding Jahel, trying to feed. And Jahel just going down the line as Robles clears his lines. 9.6 seconds left on the clock. The Pumas will have to work one last side ball if they want to equalise this. Tiong. Bends the mixer and it'll go right the way of Lockie Ryan. 1-on-1 against Bentley as Bentley clears his lines. Ross going the ball to Ryan as Tiong clears his lines. 3 seconds left on the clock. Giving to Ryan, who holds the ball up for those 3 seconds. And that's 2-1 to the Cobras. We will join you with the match statistics shortly. Make sure to stick around for the women's game. West Coast Cobras versus Perth AFC. As we have the statistics coming through now, passing percentage 76% for the West Coast Cobras, 64% for the Perth Pumas, average passing strings of 5+, 48 for the West Coast Cobras, 12 for the Perth Pumas, passing strings average 5.6 for the West Coast Cobras and 4.2 for the Perth Pumas. Longest passing string for the West Coast Cobras was 12 and 5 for Perth Pumas. Possession percentage 65% to West Coast Cobras, 35% to the Perth Pumas. Total shots 60 for the West Coast Cobras to 41 for the Perth Pumas. On target 45 to the West Coast Cobras to 23 with 2-1 the scoreline. We will join you shortly for the next game.
Well enough to keep that one in, just barely. Not sure what happened there, but the Gregorio